What's up, guys? It's Bill. Welcome back to Shattered Lands. Welcome back to Shield Wardens. I think this is 56 sessions. Jeez. Our party has just leveled up. Um, they got to level 15 now, so they did that. Where last we left off, they had traveled via their airship to the island of Merrshaulk, which has descended into the mist and is currently being protected from the mist and such by like this kind of dome of energy that they've encountered. Um, as they were making their descent, and uh, force of angels were pitted off against flying demons nearby this kind of barrier, and the party dropped down. I think you're wrong, Dave, but uh, it's okay. 55. Um, I'm wrong. Anyways, descended down to deal with the group of demons. The party helped fight off the angels. The lieutenant of this group of angels landed on their ship and explained that they were kind of in the area. They were waiting for their captain, who had descended onto the island to treat with those on there to kind of figure out exactly what their in game was, what their plans were, um, and uh, they asked the group if while they were down there, basically to kind of keep an eye out for their captain, who turns out to be Lucious, who is Lucious's father, um, a kind of angelic uh, commander of forces, and this is part of his force here that's been scouting out looking for him. And when we finalized, the party sent their ship uh, to gain some elevation and kind of like wait for them outside of the barrier and outside of danger range, with their crew and all that. And they descended down, all flying down through various means, um, to the island of Merrshaulk, which is where we're going to rejoin our party. We're going to go back to them now and see what they are up to. All right, guys, welcome back. And uh, as we descend, you guys are kind of, you pass through the barrier, something of which you were concerned whether Lucius could go or not, seeing as it from these angels, that their angelic essence wouldn't allow them to pass whatever magics are protecting this barrier. But apparently, his mortal form is enough to allow him to pass through, and he's able to descend along with the rest of you down towards the island. Um, as you kind of go down, you see this kind of like lush, kind of jungly uh, environment. You see some areas that are kind of like very swampy. There's a large, like almost like mountain range sort of thing, like down the middle of this island. It is a very large island compared to many of the ones that you've seen or been on. Um, 3 or 4 times as big as most islands that you've seen. So as you kind of descend into this uh, area, the sun's shining brightly as it's kept free from the mists. Kind of see this area where this magical protection keeps the mist at bay. So you kind of like, sure, anyone who's seen like a fog bank from afar, like from the non-foggy side, can kind of see this almost wall of fog off in the distance. This is kind of what you're seeing with this mist just hitting a point and stopping as this barrier keeps it at bay. Um, Once you're inside, it's almost hard to tell that there's a barrier there. It just seems fairly normal. And as you descend down, you kind of see there's some small like villages. They're more like huts made out of like grasses and woods. They're more like shack like, not as highly developed architecture here. You see some spots where there's like ruins. But as you're descending, is there something you're looking for as you kind of like make your way down and into this large island?
So when we're going down to obviously this large island, are we going underneath the layer of fog, or are we just blinded by it the whole way down, like to the edge of the dome?
Yeah, so when you guys came in, you were kind of at this point where the island and the mists were kind of meeting, so you could see that spot. And when you met with like the angels, you're almost like just above where the island was. So I'm assuming that when you're flying down, you're flying not through the mist itself, but you go through like the domed part.
Yeah,
so you're always.
I mean, like while looking from the inside out, do I see the edges of the dome covered in fog the whole way to the ground, or is there like an area where the fog stops and then it's just like a skyline underneath?
Oh, gotcha. No, yeah, it is like you see the mist essentially from the edge all the way down to the ground.
Okay.
And it almost like you can almost tell that your island is slightly elevated from the land that it's now sitting on. Like it slammed down onto the ground and depressed a little bit, but it's not like 100% impacted. So there's probably like a 40-foot edge that kind of goes around the entire island between like where it impacted and where the base level of the ground is itself.
Almost like a cliff edge around the whole of the island. Okay.
Yeah. So it's almost like this plateau now in the ground below.
I guess when looking down as we're descending, do we see any groups of people? Like, is there any clear movement, lights on in a building? Like,
yeah. So what you see is a few like scattered villages across the island. There are there's an area on the western edge, kind of near where you guys are starting to descend, where you can see like right along the borderline, there's like a group of tents, and you can see like a cluster of soldiers over there by the edge of the island itself. You see some scattered ruins, and kind of generally what you're getting as a spot as you going down, especially.
Okay, so
really good. I say.
Did those soldiers have the same armor as the angels from above? Did they have that same
perception check?
Would I get guidance? I mean, I'm just looking down, man.
Yeah, probably not so much guidance, but if like
Lucious just going around guidance it on himself, just in case.
I got a 7 without the guidance. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, it's tough at the height you're at to like get a good solid look at the soldiers.
Okay, that's looking down. Looking up at eye level on our horizon, do I see any flying creatures coming towards us?
No, it seems like the sky itself is pretty clear around here. Yeah, like you are descending down, so you're starting to see like you're going down past that top layer of mist. So you basically just see clear skies over the island itself, and then just like the solid wall bank of mist hitting the edges.
Okay.
I'll just
going down.
Yeah.
I take out that compass that was given to me by Lucious. What does it think? What is the plan?
Towards the nearest edge of the island. So like you're coming down kind of more on the western edge. It's going to be pointing like towards the west, towards the edge of the island itself. Like that border region.
Any suggestions where we want to land? Assuming your dad's not here, so I start gesturing towards like our feet where there's not much.
We show him that our compass is pointing into a certain direction, but that's where the demons are, so I don't know if he's engaged on them, but Maybe with my flying broom, we can do some scouting, or you can have Daisy look around, or we find like a good cover area.
We're in the demon world. Let's figure out what's flying about before I send my lovely owl out as a little pet pack lunch or something.
That's a good shout.
That's a good idea. Well, let's find cover, or see if, since we're so high up here, maybe we should see if we can catch anybody else. With 20 perception, would I see anything? Passive perception?
Sorry, what was your perception?
I was asking if with my 20 passive perception, I would see anything.
Yeah, I mean, similar things as I've described so far. You see, like, there's a few villages scattered. There seems to be an encampment with some soldiers running around on the western side. There's the mountain range in the kind of central section of this island. There are a few scattered ruins here and there. And it's like this very lush, like almost jungly terrain for a big portion of it. You see like a large, probably more of like a boggy, swampish sort of area. It's kind of like up against the mountain areas. But yeah, that's kind of what you see. So it just depends on which direction you want to go or focus on as you descend.
Maybe we should go to the high mountain area and get like a better position where we can scout and then go from
there. As we're falling in the sky, I'm like, I don't think we're going to get any higher than this, though.
That's true. I mean, other than that is to get some cover in the ruins or the jungle.
Mm. These western side where your compass was pointing, and the closest village to that, what's the distance apart, like, from looking down? Does that look like a half a day's walk, or is it like I'm going to need a horse and cart to make that distance?
From the western edge and one of the
closest village or settlements. Yeah.
It's a pretty good, like, probably. Let's see, from the closest village to the western edge is probably fairly close, like, maybe an hour or two a walk if done at a moderate pace.
I will point to that village and suggest we go there and at least figure out what the hell this land is. It's easier to talk to village people than it is to guards sometimes. I'll just see what my compadres say.
Do we see any villagers in the village?
I mean, you'd probably see some people, some individuals at the height you're at. You see them scurrying back and forth. You'd probably tell that, especially you and Hendrix with such high passive, that they tend to. It looks like they have like this like greenish skin from the heights that you're at.
As we're going down,
skin.
I want to use seeming to make us look like them.
Okay. So if you want to like kind of wait till you go,
yeah, wait until we get closer. Yeah,
you'll be able to spot. And as you kind of get down to a decent enough elevation, a couple questions, I guess, is: are you trying to like find a path or find an angle or whatever that like keeps them from seeing you at all, or are you just kind of like descending from the sky? What's the plan?
Is it possible? I don't see how it's possible for us to. We're coming from the sky, Yeah. It's not like there are trees blocking the path. We're a flying ship, and we're clearly coming from above. We're clearly not going to be like the other people.
Well, you ditched the ship.
That's right.
So You are like right now these little specks up
No,
there.
you're right,
So
yeah.
depending on how you position yourself, I'd give you a chance to like position it so the sun's behind you or whatever, such that on your descent,
well then
you have a chance.
If we can be stealthy, let's shoot for it, you know.
Well, let's go ahead and get stealth checks from everyone, and that will start to, determine how this part goes.
So
first roll of the day. Got a lovely 20 for a 25.
Nice.
I'm hoping I'm getting my bad rolls out of the way.
That wasn't that bad.
I rolled crap.
I rolled a 7, so I mean I'm lucky I get what I get to get to 15.
You guys all have decent.
I'm so stealthy because I'm hiding behind you guys.
No, I was going to say I rolled crap, but rolled a 6, but my score is 21.
Yeah, nice. Yep.
Gross.
So yeah, you guys are able to like figure out that okay, the sun's over here, and if I descend this way, we're small enough that like for most of my descent, and if you fall a little ways away from the village, you can probably descend like through the sun area and hopefully go unnoticed. It feels pretty good as you go down. And as you do descend towards this village and you're looking down into this area where there's a group of villagers running around, but the more you look down and take in the village, take in the scene, you see that they are these snake-like people, these Yuan-ti, running around the village. They're green, kind of scaly skin. There's a few that are different colors, some that are a little bit more yellowish, some that have a little bit more reddish in them. But for the most part, like the most kind of common color is this like python-colored greenish skin.
You know, I heard snake. You know that snake tastes like chicken.
Well, I wouldn't suggest trying to,
I did actually know that.
If you know, if one happens to die, don't be shocked that it might be on the menu later.
I didn't know you were Pharaoh.
I mean, everything is edible. You just have to cook it the right way.
Everything?
If I die, turn me into ashes, please.
Lava?
I mean, you can use lava to cook with, but No,
that's not what you said. You said you can eat anything. I'm asking, can you eat lava?
Not in its raw form.
About it scares me.
It is something that I must experiment, because you can eat the charcoal. So if you grind it down, you might. Yeah. I can make this like charcoal like drink that you can drink. It makes your teeth and face turn black, but
They're so disgusting.
Just because you can physically chew and swallow doesn't mean that you should eat everything.
No, I'm not telling.
Wouldn't eat another.
That. I mean, if
Tabasco cat thing, would you, person?
What? I mean, eat my own kind. I mean, when you get in desperate situations, you have to do what you have to do.
Just got an insight into your character.
This conversation.
Yeah. Note to self: make sure fridge is stocked at all times.
Every time I have a conversation with you, Natsu, I learn a little bit more about yourself and about myself as well. I always regard myself as not having any barriers or boundaries, so it's kind of refreshing to find out that I do actually have some.
I mean,
for the record, when I die,
yes.
Don't eat me.
I am not planning on eating you. I am planning on turning you into like a gym or something.
No. When I die, I want to get buried, as is my way. All right?
Oh, okay. Well, we can do that too.
I tell you what, when you die, do you want us to eat you?
I mean, that is up to you. I mean, it is body after that. I'm going on to another life. and partying there, So
Okay. I'm probably not going to eat you, Natsu. I'm going to let you know that.
I mean, I've eaten a lot of stuff and drank a lot of stuff. My kidneys and all that other is probably shot to shit. So you might get poisoned.
Yeah, that's not the reason why. All right. Okay.
Oh, by the way, I mean, you might actually do get put because I am immune to that shit. So I drink and eat all kinds of shit. So
we've noticed.
He
probably has rabies. He just doesn't know.
He's like Deadpool. He's perpetually healing himself.
Well, that would have been.
I would have died of it years ago if it wasn't for all the.
So, I mean, are we acting like seagulls, or what are we doing? I mean, we are falling for a long time now,
We're not falling. We're flying.
We are flying. That is right. Okay, so
yeah.
Who are we dive bombing? Are we attacking somebody? I am totally confused right now.
No, we are investigating, looking for Papa Lucious.
Oh, okay.
I think Lucious had said he was going to cast Seeming on you all.
Mm.
So, as you kind of descend down into the nearby jungles, if that's still the plan, he is turning you all to look like Yanti. Is there any desires on the looks, or a very generic?
Teal.
Teal.
Interesting.
Okay. I will be a pure white Yuan-Ti with a black target sign that concentrics out, forming black stripes along it.
Nice. I will be a solid red with sickling yellow eyes.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. I think it's important to keep our thematic elements there. I'll have a bright purple tail.
So, when we're descending and getting closer and closer, what was like the colorations of most of like the majority of them?
Majority of them are like a green kind of pythonish sort of like look. So some of them have some browns worked in, some of them green. There are some that are like more on the red, some that are more on the yellow side. But like the dominant, from what you can see of this village, of maybe like 30 or so Yanti are mostly of the green, kind of like a boa would be. Like.
I'll change my coloration.
That's because of inbreeding.
Yeah, I'll change my colorations to those colorations.
Again, there's 30 of them. There's no point us pretending to be one of them. There's 30 of them who have spent their entire life together. They're going to know 4 randoms showing up regardless of the color of their skin or their demeanor.
But you think that this is the only village here, though? There could be others that are...
Yeah, I understand. And every village that we go to, they're going to know that we're not one of them.
Unless we take one of them out.
That doesn't change their knowledge base. And let's not go straight to murdering the people who have the unfortunate life of living surrounded by demons. They've got enough going on. Yeah? Now, I don't even know if they're good or bad people. They might turn out to be complete arseholes. And at that point, sure, go at them. Yeah?
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, if we have discovered people that are in league with the demons. I mean, we not kill those?
No, we can kill those people for sure.
So that would be one less person.
Yeah, but again, let's find out first, yeah?
Well, I'm not going to go aimlessly killing people. I do not do that. I find out who they are, what they're about, what are their cooking preferences, so on and so forth, and what they like to eat as well, Then, if they are worthy, then, they'll stay alive.
Okay.
Have a conversation
I've
with
just
them
got weird deja vu looking back, like, where I've had this talk, like, shoelaces? No, who was that?
It seemed like shoelaces. All right, Natsu, I'm going to give you a phrase, okay? If I say this phrase, then you can go ahead and do whatever you will with those people. Until you hear
anyway, but okay, go say the phrase.
Yeah, I do actually miss Pios. He was malleable. This guy's fucking nuts. The phrase Natsu is hard broiled. Okay.
You know, that is not quite the way. Okay.
I know what I said.
Right. You really like stuff crunchy, don't you?
I swear I'm gonna have to levitate him. Okay. All right.
Lucious,
he just goes back to the ship.
Stick with their desired looks that they had asked for, or did you give them a different look, since you are technically the one casting seeming at people?
After all,
I give them what they want, except for Nat, so I turn him into like a shitty brown color.
He's colorblind, Lucious, so it's tough for him.
Whatever works, you know.
All right, you guys land like in this kind of jungle-ish area. These large trees, dense kind of foliage up above you, along with a bunch of like low-lying shrubs. It's more like that kind of tropical-ish. You also feel this like mugginess of this like humidity down here, especially like once you're in the trees, like the canopy kind of holds in a lot of the air and a lot of this heat down here. And the village is nearby, so is that the direction you guys are headed?
Yeah. This village, is it gated, walled, or is it just free flowing? We could just walk into it.
Yeah, it seems to be fairly open. There are, and as you kind of like descended and as you sneak closer, you kind of see that there are these like wooden huts with like grass roofs on them that are slightly elevated. They're like elevated like 6 feet up with like ramps and stairs that like lead up and into them. But there's not like a walled area. It does look like most of these, the ramps and the stairs that they have are able to be like severed so that they can be just like on a platform and stay up higher. And you'll notice even some of like the more like, because Yanti had this range between like having legs and being more like humanoid to having like tails and more snake-like. Some of those are even like there's poles next to like some of the huts, and there's like a snake that basically a Yanti that basically just like slithers up the pole to get onto their like little abode there. There is in the center, there's like a fire area, like a fire pit area in the very middle, and it's currently like low coals right now with like a couple pots on it. There are some individuals. There's 2 males and a female like over there like working around the pots cooking, and there's various other ones that are just kind of like running about the village doing whatever they're currently doing. You can hear like a blacksmith hammering away nearby. You can see people like bringing in firewood and like piling it up near this central like fire pit area for use later. A few little like young children, Yanti, like running around and slithering around the village.
Gesture driven. We need to get some information. Figure out if these are what side they're on, and I suppose if they've seen what does Lucius' dad actually look like? Does he just look like a bigger, more celestial version of Lucius?
He looks like Lucius, pretty much. They look almost identical.
But impressive. But
skin colors are pretty close.
A little bit more tanned, like.
Yeah, actual muscles.
Maybe
Genuinely
doesn't have to wear
intimidating.
gauntlets for it.
Yeah.
Ouch! Shots fired.
I know.
Yes.
Before you go get information, I'll give you guidance.
The kind of guy that Lucious wishes he could be, but knows in his heart of hearts he never will be. That kind of guy.
That's why he wears the gauntlets, so that he looks like daddy.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna do our traditional walk into a village then, right?
Yeah.
I'll slither in behind you.
I'll swing out my Falucan bandor and I will do a sibilant rendition of "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in the beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I've always wanted to have a neighbor like you. I've always wanted to live in the neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we may as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? And as I'm doing that, I'm trying to engage with the kids, allowing them to do the usual procession behind me. Does that happen?
You definitely draw attention. It seems like the kids scurry off. There are several adults stop and they kind of look and they're surprised. Just out of curiosity, what language are you doing that in?
I am doing it in common, but I'm not actually doing it in common. As I'm looking at each individual, I'm going into telepathy and speaking into their mind. So the guys are hearing me say it in common, but as I'm looking at each individual, they're getting a flash of that coming through where they're getting the concept of, won't you be my neighbor? It's a lovely day. Let's just be friends. And the rest of the time, they're just going to be hearing what sounds like scat.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely appears that majority of these people don't seem to understand the words that are being said. A few of them, as he kind of makes a quick contact with them, will understand the concept of what's being said. And so give me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Absolutely, not a problem.
As this is attempting to convey this.
Persuasion with advantage?
No, disadvantage.
Oh, I misheard you because I could have sworn you said advantage. But okay.
I know, so close. So close.
I'm rolling so bad. I rolled a 6 for a dirty 20.
This is still impressive. 15. Yeah. In general, it seems like the villagers are kind of wary, but not aggressive towards you guys. They kind of take in the scene of these 4 strangers walking into their village. One individual will come forward, this female, bedecked in jewelry, but the jewelry is all made of twine essentially, and claws and teeth and things like that from what looks like local wildlife or predators that are out there, alligator teeth, some sort of big cat claws on there, just various things like that. As she kind of slithers forward, kind of looks at you and starts speaking in a strange tongue. I am assuming no one speaks Yonti. That's correct. That's right. You understand all languages.
Yeah. And as I speak, they understand me. Back in their native tongue and whatnot.
So that's you being your mouthpiece. What could go wrong? She kind of slithers forward, what are you strangers doing here?
They are saying that we are strangers.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to say?
We are.
Tell them that we have traveled far and that we're looking for strangers who are not like us, who have been seen in the area.
We are definitely strangers, but we are traveling strangers that are looking for others that are not like us.
I just had the image of Natsu turning around and not changing the language and just saying it in common again. Killed me.
Well, I think they just understand you, right? Like
Yeah.
that's part of your month thing. Now, is that you have to specifically want them to understand you, or they just always understand you?
No, fucking. There's no fucking roll, nothing. It just literally says. Okay. It's like stupid broken.
So I
man got a babblefish.
It's so what it says. Oh, okay. I do have to. So I'm spending a key point, basically.
Okay.
You learn to touch.
Learn to touch.
Okay,
whoa. Consent. Continue.
Oh, this is so profanity. This is so messed up. You learn to touch the key of other minds, so that you understand all spoken languages. Moreover, any creature that can understand a language can understand what you say. So
okay, so they just automatically understand. So that's what I love is that he greets you, he turns to you guys and says what he says, and she's like, "Yeah, what's like she understands what he's saying," but then everything else you guys said was gibberish to him. Strangers. Strangers visit from time to time this island. It is Merrshaulk's will.
My companions, we come from a different tribe, different land. They do not speak your tongue quite well. So I am their translator. We are looking for bipeds, ones that walk on feet, not slither like we do.
Yes, many. There are most at the encampments along the border, not far from here.
We are looking one for that is angelic in nature. And I've described what Lucious looks like, basically.
That I do not know. I don't venture much out of the village. We send our tithings and gather our resources here, but we do not venture too far.
Where can we give these tidings to? I mean, we would like to make an offering if at all possible.
There is a temple in the jungle, about an hour or two walk. We send things there, or if asked, we send them to the encampments.
Could you maybe, do you have a guide that maybe could show us the way to the temple, or is it fairly easy to get to?
There is a path that we take. It is fairly easy, and she kind of like gestures towards like a path to the north of the village. It is traveled frequently, about once every other week, so well warned, just beware. But as you should know, I'm sure, if you've already been traveling the jungles.
Indeed. Many, many dangers lurking everywhere. Well, thank you so much for your time. We will be on our way now.
Okay. Much luck in your travels.
Indeed. We may be passing by here if we decide to leave. Or not. It would depend.
May Merrshaulk bless you and protect you along your ways.
Indeed. And I motion for the group to follow me.
So we only heard and understood your side of that conversation, right?
You only get Natsu's side, yeah.
Yeah. So, Lucius' father's not here.
Okay.
They have seen bipeds in the encampments around, but there's a temple here. So, knowing Lucius...
Temple to who?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. I did not get that information, but they do like worship this Merrshaulk person, dragon, whatever.
Can you find out if they have monks in here, or if they would be willing to train maybe?
It's an hour's walk. We can walk an hour.
Yeah, just saying overall, it would be nice to have some transportation.
I mean, I do not think these people do that kind of thing. They seem to travel, they get little paths everywhere.
That's fine. We can take the road to the temple.
Also,
Lucius.
they talk about dangers in the jungle. So, having a transportation thing, that's a big signal to attack me, so.
Yeah.
Sneaky like.
Lucius, we've seen the other angels. I think you need to get your steps in before you see your dad. Gotta get your cardio up at the very least, mate. Honestly, I think you're going to be found lacking. You know what I mean?
Do you know what you're going to say to him when you first see him? Is he going to be like a daddy, or
are you going to hug him?
Dad? Are you going to hug him?
I don't want to run.
Or is it going to be like an awkward wave?
Are you going to give him like a handshake?
I
High five?
don't want to ruin the surprise.
I don't think he knows what he's going to do.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he thought about this at all, mate. This is you going to see your dad for the first time in however long. You know what I mean? Last time he saw you, according to you, was in jail.
Oh wow, Lucius, you ended up in jail?
Yeah, he murdered a guy.
It's a long story.
You know what, Nancy? You probably shouldn't say anything just now whilst we're surrounded by people who don't know us and can understand everything you say.
I mean, I thought we were walking.
If we're walking, yeah, fair enough. I'm just saying, if we're in this village and you say, oh, you went to jail, they're going to hear that. That's going to be noted.
I made sure to call you. I mean, I'm not speaking loudly.
All right.
Do you want me to be even quieter? I mean, I can.
No, you're fine. That way I know where you are. Did you put that bell around your neck that I wanted?
What bell?
I'm sure I got you a bell to put around your neck. All right. Maybe Jenna's got it back at the ship. It's fine.
I'll start heading towards this path.
With you.
I'm like, if we don't know, if in a temple, if it's the closest temple, then I'm assuming if anyone's going to talk to a deity, then it's probably going to be in a temple.
That's as far as I was thinking, and also the fact that I think this is the only temple too.
Did you ask if there were more temples?
I did not, but I'm just assuming.
Did they mention any other locations at all?
I mean, they said encampments. That's all they said, So, I mean, these are simple folk. They will tell you what they want to tell you, They're not going to keep any secrets.
What word is the word for encampments? Do you know?
He wouldn't actually know what the word is. He just speaks and I understand.
I mean, I just talked to them and they just talk back to me. I do not understand what you're saying.
Yeah, he also hears it in whatever language his brain works in, too. So.
Yeah. Okay.
So on paper, he only knows common, but because of this feat,
yeah.
Can you
ask
one of the kids
3 languages?
Can you just ask one of the kids and ask them to say the word temple and then have them say the word encampment so we can hear that word?
Yeah, because we'd realise the difference, I suppose.
Yeah. Can you ask a kid first, Natsu?
I can, if you want me to. I mean, I guess.
Please.
Shut up.
It's not how you approach children.
What?
That's some kid playing ball. Shut up. Now, whilst you're here, say the word temple. You.
Say it.
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? Back to you in the office. This kid's sketchy.
I'm just gonna walk up to the nearest person
100 times.
Okay.
Whether it be a kid or not, and look at them and spend another key point.
Oh, it costs you a
do you have
key
to spend
point
a key point to do that, or you just do it?
No, it says I got to spend a key point.
Oh, okay.
Because it's only so it's this action to do that shit. So or whatever. I mean, it says
burn them resources.
I know.
Let's do it.
It's going to be useful down the road, honestly.
Yeah.
So I look at the person, says, so as you probably heard, we are travelers and my friends come from a different dialect and whatnot. They are curious to know how you pronounce temple and encampment, because my dialect and my accent is throwing them off.
Why don't you give me a persuasion check?
Okay. I was thinking, perception. No. Okay.
I mean, this is just you trying to get them to do what you want.
16.
16. Okay. It looks at you a little weird, and then we'll say the Yanti word for temple, and then say the Yanti word for encampment.
So I do have another question though about this temple. This is the only one here, right?
Yes, well, the one we traveled to. There are many ruins amongst the island.
So older temples and stuff like that don't normally get occupied, right? Okay.
Merrshaulk uses usually one for now. I believe he used one in the mountains for a time, but now that he's focused on the western defenses, he uses this one.
That's what I was assuming, but my friends were like a little confused. So these encampments are only for bipeds, or can anybody come in?
The encampments are for those who work and fight for Merrshaulk.
Oh, okay. So anyone, as long as we. Okay, that is good to know.
Yes.
Keep up the good fight.
Okay.
Get that word?
Yeah, how old was this child he was talking to?
I said
he said the first person.
I said the first person. It wasn't a child.
I think the kids are more scared of.
Yeah.
Makes more sense now. I was like, that is a child, right?
5-year-old on a big wheel smoking a cigar with shades.
Yeah,
Sup.
This is how it goes, okay?
And I'd do some kind of random hand gesture about Merrshaulk, blessings of Merrshaulk, so on and so forth. And
did he just throw out gang signs? What is happening?
He slithers away.
We're alone in this road. We're about to get jumped, my guy.
So it appears that Merrshaulk is the only one using this present temple at the time. There is other ruins, so if there's other ruins, there's treasure here. So there's that possibility. But that's beside the point. We are looking for actual, people to.
Yeah, we're actually looking for 2 different groups of individuals. So, but yeah.
But if we have time.
Well, yeah, listen, I am always up for a bit of treasure.
That brings
to the temple.
Happiness.
To the temple.
To the temple.
And we slither in single file, all in unison.
All right. As you guys travel through the jungles, you're following this pathway. There are, like I said, it is a lush and kind of dense, almost like tropical rainforest area. The village itself was like almost like a clearing, like they had chopped down some trees and stuff to make enough space. There's still some like low-lying brush, but as you kind of get back in, you're back in this like dense, humid, kind of warm, tropical environment. There are colorful plants. There are some trees that have like colorful fruit hanging from them. It's all kind of strange, though. It's like different, different than most of the ones that you guys have noticed. This definitely seems like, at least compared to the Leitong nations, a very vastly different, like ecology to that as you travel.
You know, there's some interesting stuff that we could pick up here.
Maybe on the way back.
That's what I did. Good idea.
I just gesture to his bag of holding and like,
that's what I was
go crazy.
Thinking. Okay. I mean, if we have time, yes, for sure. I'm going to go start picking
just don't
shit.
get lost. Catch up.
I will find you.
Okay.
I know what y'all smell like.
20 minutes later, we're bumping into a priest with a Natsu leg hanging out of his mouth.
Probably not worth investigating.
Let's not follow that one up. Yeah, so you're gonna go gather. What are you gathering?
The various flora of this item. For now, I'm gonna stay. So for now, I'm gonna stay away from the fauna, unless if it's could be easily snatched or whatnot.
Okay. Why don't you give me a survival check?
Okay. I am going to. I can roll, and then I can do that too. Okay, I'm gonna pop a key point in.
I gave you guidance.
Pop it like it's hot.
Oh,
Is he even there though?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think really Lucious would be there.
Unless
if he followed me.
Walked away. Nah, you're doing weird shit. I don't want to follow you.
Yeah. I was like, you remember the last time you followed me? So, yes. Okay, so 18.
Okay. What was the 6 from?
From I can spend key points to roll a d6 on skill checks.
Okay. All right. Just curious where that pops up. That's cool.
That's a monk ability.
Yeah. So you're gonna get something. All right. So 18's not bad. Mainly, like, you don't know what any of these plants are.
Absolutely,
so that part not. Isn't gonna help you. But you do look around, and it seems that for the most part, like the path, there aren't too many like fresh tracks around. You do see spots where there's like a game trail that passes through. Like there, you maybe see some spots of like a large cat's paw print here and there, but they don't seem super fresh at the moment. So you feel like that part you're pretty safe on. You see some brightly colored flowers, some fruit off in the distance, a little bit hanging from a tree. You just gather whatever, flowers, plants, what are we looking for?
Yeah, I'm trying to gather as, edible stuff or, stuff that would be for, ooh, shit.
Whoa.
That would be for... Yeah, no, it went all fuzzy. It's the rain from the tropical jungle. Yeah, I'd gather, cooking stuff, stuff that I can cook with and this, that, and the other. If any of them possibly have any, medical uses or anything of that nature, I would definitely be interested in. If I need to make a medicine check or something, or I don't know.
There would be things that I think you would have to have some time with, some sort of experimentation or whatever. Cool. Yeah, as you're kind of off, the rest of the party kind of walking, probably at a slightly slower pace than normal as you kind of forage and work, keeping you generally in sight. Can I get a charisma saving throw?
Oh, no.
From
just Natsu.
Okay.
The guy that's going around touching all the foreign plants.
I think I got a thing.
It's still good.
Okay. So rolled a 13. Okay. Yeah, rolled a 13.
Okay. And you kind of like walk out and you're heading towards this like very brightly colored flower. It almost looks like a large orchid. And you just kind of like start to zone out and start to like lose focus. And the rest of you guys,
sorry, found it.
Yeah.
Diamond Soul, you are proficient in all saving throws, and whenever you make a saving throw and fail, you can spend 1 key point to re-roll it and take the second result.
So if you would like to re-roll it, you may.
I would. I have a feeling I failed it. It's what I'm.
Yeah.
You didn't necessarily say it, but you know. I just it's just a hunch. I'm like.
It's a hunch. Yeah.
Something is not right here. Okay. 23.
Yeah. And so you feel like this momentary lapse of like focus, and then you're able to kind of like steel yourself and shake off that like fog that was starting to come over your mind.
Yeah, what am I looking at? What's this
thing? Like I said, there's like this large looking orchid, and you can kind of see now in the air there's like these little spores that seem to be like floating around it, and as you kind of look closer, it definitely appears that this orchid is more of like a carnivorous plant. It has like device to essentially like enwrap, and if you're kind of looking close, you can tell that it's got like an acidic pool within it that would dissolve its prey essentially slowly.
I'm gonna pull out some stretch, either something. I mean, I got charcoal and stuff like that, so probably a paper or whatever, even, or cloth. I'm gonna do a quick sketch of it and like make a note of what it looks like and how it acts and shit like that, so on and so forth, because if there's one, there's more. So, and then probably go ahead and avoid that section and just kind of like eventually wind my way back to the party.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you're able to gather up, like, as you went, a few different various like plants, stuff that didn't strike you as like, or at least didn't attempt to enthrall you and devour you. And make your way back to the party.
So I stumbled across something that we may not want to stumble across.
Oh yeah?
It is not. I mean, it took me a while to shake it off, but if I did not shake it off, you would probably not see me anymore. So it is.
So we should stick to the path then.
Oh yeah, I mean they do not lie in that village.
They warned you not to go near the flowers.
No, they said all kinds of creepy, dangerous stuff that could like jump out and warn. Yeah. So staying stealthily, being quiet. It's always a good thing.
Okay.
But just in case if we have to like flee for something big and scary, and have to like break up and go into the jungle, watch out for this orchid. And I show them the drawing of it and stuff like that, and describe on exactly what it looks like and what it does and shit like that. So,
how good are you at drawing? No, you said it was a quick sketch.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll something, Mr.
Does it
Call
look
my
like
DM?
a scary monster?
Yeah, what do you think you would use to roll?
I'm thinking perception.
Do you have anything to draw with?
Yeah, my cooking stuff. I mean, I got like a charcoal and shit like that. That's always on me. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? And like, I have plant dyes and this, that, and the other. And I mentioned, I pulled out like cloth, or if I don't have paper, shit like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Why don't you just give me a straight dexterity roll?
Okay, we can
I
do
don't
that,
think
though.
perception. That's more your ability to see what you're.
Yep. Okay. Cool. 16.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, why do you get a plus 10 to that? It's not acrobatics.
Oh, sorry. I rolled.
Okay. I'll take the 5 away.
No. I rolled my saving throw. That's what I did.
That was an amazing moonsault, but can you draw that flower?
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Are you drawing the flower through dance?
So instead I rolled a 19 with the proper plus.
About that. Anyways, it's passable. It's a passable flower. I'm still using the first roll. Get a better roll because you screwed up on what you clicked on.
Okay.
It's okay though. I mean, it's not a piece of art that you'd hang up, but it's like a quick charcoal sketch of.
I can identify what the plant is from the picture.
Yeah, you can tell what it is. I mean, it's not like a 5-year-old did this like block, Minecraft style looking art, but it's not going to be hung up in a museum.
Actually, it would be, but that's beside the point.
What color is what color is the cloth that you're using to draw on?
What now?
What color is the cloth that you're drawing on?
It's like probably linen or something like that. So.
Right, but what color is it?
Probably brown, like the color of the map right now.
Okay,
that's usually my style of clothing.
Randy will be looking for a flower that is that color and the shape that you have drawn.
All right.
Never see Randy ever again.
Never to be seen. I'm a halfling. I get eaten quick, I'm like a bite-sized dipper.
Bite-sized, yeah.
You didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
He is the size of a bloatfly from Fallout.
For the most part, as you travel this beaten path, you'll see a couple game trails here and there going by. But all in all, like it appears that they've curated this pathway. Like you can spot where there's areas where they've chopped down various bits of the forest, picked various plants and pulled them away, so that there's like most of the dangerous stuff is kept at bay. As you travel in, you will spot this tall, large, like kind of tan stone structure jetting out from the temple itself. Vines and trees growing up around it, kind of like a grass-ish, sort of mossy ground covering parts of this area. And you spot this kind of like almost ruined looking temple. Like it's generally intact, but there are like spots where you can tell that like stone is crumbled down, that there are vines that have like kind of creeped in and broken through some of the stone. And
it's a fixer-upper.
It's definitely. You draw closer, you do see there are 2 Yuan-ti that are like standing by the doorway, and this doorway to this temple is huge. Like it is large. It is probably like 20-25 feet up and about 20 feet wide. This massive opening. There's no door itself in there. It's just like an opening into the interior of the temple. And you start kind of approaching from the south of this building, and the entryway is on the west side of the building itself, but like the pathway will take you up into the south. 1 second, and I will bring up a screen for you guys. Activate. Yeah, so you draw up towards this temple as it's still loading, I know.
All right.
And you guys are able to spot these two Yanti kind of like guards standing by the entrance to the temple. How long does steaming? I think it's an 8-hour spell, right? And I'm assuming you're
it is 8 hours.
You're maintaining this. I'm assuming
I
through the travels.
If anybody tells me to drop it, I'll drop it. But at the meantime, I'll still concentrate on it.
Okay. I was just curious. And one of the guards will kind of call out in Yanti, which, of course, Natsu will understand him just saying, "Who goes? What is your business?"
We are here to give offerings to the temple. We are travelers from afar.
Pretty good.
What offerings have you?
I'm gonna wait for Natsu to translate that. Or is he pointing at our bags at all?
I'd look over, I'd turn around to them and say, they are wanting offerings. They're asking what offerings are we giving them.
I pull out a couple of the bracelets and jewelry taken from the dead body of the island nobility that we were last on. Well, not last on, but you know what I mean.
I'm gonna pull out some mason tools that I have that I never use.
I pull out a ruby. That's worth 100 gold pieces.
I also pull out 1 day's worth of rations. And go, huh?
These are the offerings that we give to the temple of Merrshaulk.
He turns and kind of like looks inside. Sir, we have people bring offerings. Do you wish to accept for Merrshaulk? You hear a rumbling, kind of like slow voice from inside. I suppose I'll come get them for him. And you hear the sound of these large footsteps, like boom, 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 as a being steps closer and up into the doorway. He kind of gestures for you guys. If you desired, like come forward and give your offerings, is kind of the gesture these auntie gives.
Oh, Mama Jama.
You'll see like a large robotic figure there, like this hulking kind of bronze skinned automaton of some sort, standing there looking down at you. For those behind, you'll see, actually, let's see, passive perceptions. We've got some good ones in there. So you'll see that there's this large like robot who is, a big creature. Behind him, there seems to be these 3 pillars that are placed in like a triangular position within the room itself. And then up against the wall, there seems to be a being that is like encased in this like field of energy, being held back there, head down and kind of like positioned back. The being in the doorway goes, "Can take your offerings for Merrshaulk if you must leave them."
What language was that in?
That is in common. Yeah, he is speaking
Okay.
common.
I will respond back in common and say, we've traveled far to come to your temple, and we would care to explore it further.
The master does not wish visitors in at the moment.
I'll be like, Master, and I'll gesture behind him. You're not on about him, are you?
No. That is a visitor here.
What kind of check can I make to try to see what they are, like what kind of species is in that trapped in that thing?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, give me a perception check and we'll see. He is kind of like standing in the doorway, so it will require an active check to kind of like get specifics.
I got 21.
21. So yeah, you see this figure kind of held in this almost energy field. His like hands held out. His head is currently down. There's like a bluish like tunic that looks to have been on him, but it seems to be like kind of tattered and torn a little bit. But you do spot like large white angelic wings attached to him.
I mean,
I'll
That's-
whisper to Henrik
Is that the DL?
and that's an angel.
Lucious.
no, I think it's just another angel.
Just a random angel.
I mean, I'm about to say broiled egg to Natsu.
To the robot guy before anything kicks off. It's like, if that's not this a guest, this is how you treat guests. I'm worried to leave you in charge of our tributes.
You can wait if you desire.
For what?
His master, I guess.
The master.
They're not here today? They're out of the temple?
Master has business. Master does not always tell me.
I'm looking at Lucious and I'm like, this one's on you, buddy. And I just tap his kneecap and give him a quick bardic inspiration.
Lucius is gonna go like reach in his pocket. Here's my donation. And he's gonna pull out his wand of fireball and unload it on top.
Oh no. Oh
Okay.
no.
I'm gonna unload it on this guy. All right.
Is there any way where it can hit all three, or it's not long and big enough?
Well, you should probably be able to hit all three. Let me see.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, I guess
I'm
so.
gonna mass charge that thing.
Okay,
I'm actually more concerned you're gonna hit us as well.
No, we should be fine.
so here's the
We just
thing.
get our eyebrows singed. Oh, we're snake people. We just get our tongues singed.
Because I can move it to where it's closer to them than.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like, so it's a 20-foot radius. So you could hit. These guys will have some cover because of the way, like, there's a wall between them and the fireball. So it will do a little bit less.
That's
But
fine. So a little is better than none.
okay. Sounds good. All right. Is a dexterity saving throw, I take it?
Yes, sir. And those 51 fire damage. Obviously, if they pass it, yeah.
Okay. And what's the DC on it?
I think it's 18.
It's off your wand, though, I think, right? Is it different?
Let me try. Oh, yeah. It's 15, my bad.
Okay. So both the guards will pass. And so you said 51?
Yeah.
Okay. So they both look super singed. And as this fireball dissipates, you see the creature staring at you. Did you have to go and do that? And he's going to step forward. It does not seem to be phased, and he will. It's time to roll initiative, I guess.
Dun, dun, dun. Initiative, eh?
Yep.
I've rolled so badly for initiative in the last year. I need to roll well in this moment. I need to roll so well. Fuck.
I got 14.
Excuse my language, but
No,
I have not hit double figures on initiative once in 2024 in this campaign. It's actually hilarious.
I have advantage.
True to character.
I have advantage on my initiative. I rolled 2 2s.
Oh man, Hendrix, you will start us off.
Thank you, D&D Beyond.
Right?
This is why my ex character, I swear, I gotta just be like, maximize magic missile. I'm never gonna miss. But Hendrix, you get to go first as you spot this robot who, without any unjustified reason, decides to step forward towards this man who let off a fireball in his face, and the two Kanayanti warriors who are singed and looking pretty beat.
That's fine. You're like, I kind of expected it to go this way. I will have the right thing selected. I will move forwards. Shit. How am I going to do this? 5, 10, 15, 20. Boom and Blade, the big guy.
Okay.
For a 24 to hit.
24 will hit. Yep.
For 37 plus a sneak attack. Piercing.
Okay.
2 thunder. Not 2 thunder, 2 dice for the thunder. Another 13 on the thunder.
Nice.
And then I would take 10 feet back using fancy footwork. And end one's turn.
All right. Okay, let's see.
I probably could have done something with my bonus action, but you live, you learn.
Yeah. All right. Well, he's gonna march forward at you.
I will roll for my booming blade damage.
Yeah.
You never know. It might be enough to kill him.
Might be.
Another 17.
All right.
That should do it.
So
yeah,
close,
you never know.
Close.
I'm like,
all right.
yeah. I'm not going to attack him yet. He looks like somebody that can swing hard. I might need to dodge.
Fair enough. He is going to swing at you. These two large fists just trying to.
Fuck. I knew it.
Let's see what we get. Oh, that's not a great roll.
AC's at a 22 at the moment.
Okay. 30 to hit. The first one missed though. He swings once and you're able to kind of dodge under. The next one does hit you for 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'll uncanny in half that.
Okay, sounds good.
17, 18, half 9. Not 69.
And you kind of see that like these swirling blades start like forming around his body as he's getting more aggressive. Like his he's like spinning scything blades coming out from various like segments of his armor and plate that surrounds him as he's there. Lucious, what would you like to do?
Alrighty, so Lucious is gonna get right next to Hendrix. I'm gonna activate my Phalanx shield wall thingy, so that way I get the extra 3 armor, and so there's Hendrix. And as my action, I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay. Spirit Guardians. And what's the radius on that?
15 feet.
Okay, we have 15 feet.
And I saw Wisdom 18 on it. I got 11 damage.
What does your Spirit Guardians look like?
They probably look like the outlines of Spartans.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess the saving throw starts at the beginning of their turn.
Yeah. 15 feet. So I'm not saying that.
That's my bonus action. I'm gonna use Hexblade Curse on him, and that will be my turn.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Hexblade's Curse on him. Let's do the down thing. There we go. Alrighty. The Yanti warrior next to you is going to swing out at you, Lucius. So that's a nat 20. That one will hit.
Silvery barbs.
Oh. Next campaign, no silver birds. Okay, so that was a natural 18 for 25.
Shield? Yeah, shield.
Yeah. Oh, and they will take damage. How much damage was that?
It was 11.
11 damage. Okay. They're looking a wisdom save. That's right.
I'm going to give that advantage to Hendrix.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. This one here is going to avoid the swirling mist of doom and come up over here. Whoops. At Natsu.
If any of them fail, their speed is half.
Yeah. That guy I think was technically. Yeah, he's just gonna rush up to. I guess I'll have to go there then. Natsu and attack him. Dirty 20, Natsu.
I am using a key point to throw up my shield, so 23 AC.
Okay. And you're able to block that one. Let me see if he hits on his next swing. Dirty 20, but is that AC last for a period of time or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just look real quick. Where do I fucking go? You have learned. Oh, okay. As a reaction when you are attacked. No, it's just a reaction. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it's just a reaction. But so yeah, so he would have hit this time, but on. Oh wait, it says okay. As a reaction when you are attacked, you may spend a key point to gain an additional +3 for your shield, including against the triggering attack until the beginning of your next turn.
Okay, so you got it there.
Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty. That was theirs. Randy, you're up.
Yeah. Randy doesn't like the look of the situation at all, and we'll go. And we'll go next door to your man, opening up a closet door in the opening up a closet door in the middle of the air and stepping through it and reappearing next door to the angel.
Okay.
He looks like he's beset on all sides with force field that's holding him in place.
Yeah.
Am I getting the sense that that force field is being created by these 3 objects around him?
Yeah, I'd say you could probably gather that.
I probably step into the middle of it and I look around and I go, okay, so classic 3 trap holding position. All right. So that's my action. I think I'm going to go with looking at the guy and going, hi, can you hear me? And if so, do you want to get out of here?
He will look up at you, and you see Lucious staring back at you.
I go, my God, you're so handsome.
Right. Yeah, would love to get out of this.
All right, we'll get you out. By the way, your son's fighting. Do you have any advice for the big dude?
It's hit hard.
Say again?
He said, I guess hit hard is kind of what he like murmurs, but he definitely looks like he's seen better days. He's like cut and bruised and seems to be kind of like malnourished.
Okay. But he's held in position right now.
Yeah.
All right. And it's held with force energy. Okay. All right, that's my turn then.
All right. And like around these pillars, there's like this like little like crackling sort of like energy field that is emanating from them.
Can I, as a bonus action, cast Shillelagh on my Folkluk and Bandor, please?
Sure. Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Natsu.
That's my turn.
What's the weird shimmery glue thing?
That is the Spirit Guardian range of Lucious.
So okay, cool. Okay, so it's not the
things within
guy.
that will take damage.
Some psychedelic mushroom aura.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to attack this.
Can alter it if it's bothering. All right. Yeah. Go for it.
First attack is 21 to hit.
21 will hit. Yeah.
Out of the way, dice. Wow, we're really slow today. And the next one is 23. And
yeah.
Yep, I guess I don't get sneak attack. No, I'm probably not.
Nope.
Okay,
Nothing's giving you advantage.
Yeah,
or
I was looking. I was like, he's too far away from people. So okay, so eight points for the first attack, and 12 points for the second attack.
Okay.
And I'm
how
going
does
to
it look as you finish this one off?
Yeah, I look at him and go, no. We are here for Merrshaulk, not you, whatever the fuck you are. Boom, boom. Hit him in the face. One down.
Yep.
Good to go. Hey, look, I can. Ooh, I wonder if you're tasty.
Anything else you're doing, or are you just standing there staring down at the dead corpse?
I guess
the
I'll
unconscious,
move.
I guess.
I'm gonna move over to this other dude, the other snake guy.
Yeah.
And just kind of, yeah.
Sounds good. Hendrix, you are up next.
Yeah.
Okay. I will. I will take my bonus action. Engage one of my blood boons from my sacrificial feat. Take a d6 of necrotic damage, which was a 6. You roll the dice, eh? But that now gives me a plus 2d6s on all my attack rolls. I will then move to the side 5 feet, shimmying around him, trying to get to the backside, and booming blade. And I don't usually do it, but yeah, I'll put a maneuver in this and I'll try and do a trip attack. So let's see if it hits first. For a 18 to hit.
18 will just hit, yep.
Just hit, okay, cool. Now
Also,
I don't
Randy,
get the sneak
sorry,
attack because of this.
Start of the round, this round, Randy, you take 5 points of lightning damage. As these pillars kind of shock out and blast you.
Okay, I don't get my sneak attack in this because he's got a friend standing right next to him. So 13 on the
but I think
piercing.
you do because you have allies, right? Within 5 feet of him. That rogue part still works, right?
Yeah, that does, but I was never too sure about that. If
I
he's
think
got
so.
2 people and I've got 2 people.
I think all you have to do, like, is the base rogue is all you have to have is one ally next to him. Your rogue thing says as long as he doesn't have someone next to him. So and it's almost like almost any time you're good to go unless it's too
as long as it's not 2 versus 1 on myself.
Yeah.
Well, then I don't know what that damage was. I want to say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Game log. That was a total of 13 plus 19, so what's that? 32.
Yeah.
On the sword, and then that is 23 with a combination of necrotic and thunder.
Okay.
10 was necrotic. And then a d8 and see if I trip him up. So another 2 damage, and he has to make I believe it's a con save against my, which is 17. It's on my feet, so I'm just having a look.
Okay, I'm gonna roll then.
I'm sure he has a high con. Trip attack, strength saving throw of 18 to beat.
Just makes it.
Cool. Still takes the damage, but it doesn't have the trip effect. And then I suppose I can take 5 feet away from him.
Oh, I forgot to.
With fancy footwork.
And Lucious we're within 5 feet of the start of your turn. So you'll each take 5 points of slashing damage. I rolled.
Oh.
These blades from the armor is like slicing out, hitting you guys.
I'm a little sad. So my content for my Spirit Guardian, and I got it that sweaty.
Bummer. What a waste. But that's all right. At least it's still going. You don't have to spend that spell again. All right. The robot is going to, well, I guess Hendrix stepped back, so he's not going to worry about him right now. He's going to swing at Lucious here. So let me. That. That would be a nat 20.
Damn.
So 20 for that would be not the best roll. 33 points of bludgeoning damage on Lucious. Dirty 20 or 22, I think, misses you, right, Lucious, with your shield thing.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay, that's soft. I figured. All right, it is your turn now, though, Lucious. You take the 33 points. Yep.
That hurt. All right.
Wait, you went down to 33. You should have just lost 33.
I don't know why I put it to the.
I think you should be at 70 right now because you had 103 before I said 33, and then all of a sudden that's how you dropped to 33. I was like,
oh. I guess first I'll roll for the Guardians.
Oh yeah. So that's 17 or better is what you're looking for. Oh, and I needed to take wisdom for him.
Spirit Guardians is saving throw. You don't need to roll to attack on anything. They just need to save on their turn.
Yeah, he had to see if it stayed up.
I was just rolling.
Oh, I see.
What was the damage for Spirit Guardians on this round? Because he
24.
He failed his thing, so he'd take the damage.
24. Okay. And his speed's up, but I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not looking to move anywhere. The start of your turn.
And
you'll take 4 more damage from his blades as they slide out at you.
How you survive, right?
Okay, yep, you got that one.
Attack him twice. That one's a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
22.
And it will hit.
Then Axiom Surge can do it again. 23. And a 21. And then okay, 22. Alright, so first is 22.
Okay.
Second one's also 20. Fourth one is 21, and then the bonus action is 18.
Jeez, that's lots of damage.
What's up?
Yeah, it's really soft. Your mic's really soft right now. Good amount of damage, though. Good amount of damage. Next up, we have the remaining Eonti warrior. We will not pass his Spirit Guardians. And this should be good enough to finish him off. So he just kind of like is attacked and scythed by these kind of like Leitong warriors of the past, kind of rush in and assault this Eonti and deal with him. Randy, you are up.
You're muted.
Yeah. So I got a question.
Yeah.
If I got a spell that specifies me attacking creatures, can I attack these things with that spell?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why not.
Cool. Then I'm going to say to Lucious Senior, watch this. And I'm just going to spin my Folkluken around my head and disappear and reappear at each of those spots, thwacking it with my Folkluken Bandor as hard as possible. And as I arrive flashing in, the Bandor appears to be a mega Bandor, like about 10 times its usual size. It's ridiculously outsized at this point, and as it slices down, it makes a shing sound, and then I disappear out, and I reappear another sword, shing, and then disappear. Then I come to the last one, shlong, and then I land back in front of Lucious as I cast Steel Wind Strike. Steel Wind Strike. And I will be doing that at 5th level. You know what? I'm going to do it at 6th level.
Okay.
Get the extra 1d10 in there. So the first one at the top does a 20 hit.
Yeah, 20 will hit.
Okay, that one takes 28 points of force damage.
Okay.
One in the middle. 19.
Watch your so everyone can see. Yeah, 19 will hit.
35 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then the one at the south. 18.
Okay, yeah.
39 points of force damage.
Okay. Yeah, you see in these last two, you kind of see like these little like kind of cracks appearing along this like column and this the arcane runes there, and you feel like the lightning kind of jutting out, getting a little bit more unstable as you deal damage to it.
Okay. One other thing. One other thing. I wanted to do that as a quickened spell. So that was a bonus action. Then as an action, I'd like to create a huge item. I'd like to create it so it is wrapped around this item here. And I'd like it to be an absolutely gigantic magnet pointing towards the statue.
Giant magnet pointing towards which the
This guy.
construct?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty then. I never know how to deal with some weird things. All right.
He's metal, right? And it's likely that he's iron, or at least made of some ferrous material. You know? And I figured with it wrapped around this thing here, either it gives and snaps off and goes flying towards him, or he gets pulled towards it.
All right.
Again, it is huge.
Yeah.
So that's tell them all. It's just the right size. As this Acme bright red magnet with white edges is hooped around this middle energy provider.
There's just to watch your thing.
Have gone very Looney Tunes, didn't you? The enormous bandolier.
I'm leaning into it. I'm going full Spider Pig. Oh, excuse me.
Hendrix, what do you have on you that is metal?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing's metal at all on you.
Okay, let me have a quick
Blades,
look.
no shields.
Oh no.
Okay. I'm wearing studded leather. The rapier is probably shield's probably got some metal on it. That's pretty much it on my person. And then gold and silver, copper and shit like that.
All right. Give me a strength saving throw. The robot seems to be like slightly affected, but is able to kind of like stamp his feet down and hold position as I rolled insanely high on a strength saving throw.
Did it impact?
Okay.
He was doing a strength saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Can I'd like to change that real quick with the Tides of Chaos real quick and make him please re-roll that.
For my guy or Hendrix?
For your guy. Hendrix, remember you've got your advantage because I gave you one from the silvery barbs.
Then that's going to be used.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter.
Oh no.
So we've got armor, shield, sword. Roll me a d6. Four.
Got a 4.
Shield. Your shield goes flying off and adheres to this magnet. So you're currently without your shield.
Almost ripping my shoulder off my arm. Dude!
Yeah, like your arm's like pulled back. You weren't expecting it. You weren't looking at Randy.
I'm like, huh. So that's how they work.
Okay, my AC is now dropped to a 19.
I feel bad. Okay. I didn't think about that as a consequence. Did he pass the second time round on his strength saving time?
Yeah, that's one of his strongest suits.
Did his spinning spikes slow down their spin?
No, they're kind of attached to him, so they're just rotating on the gears and turns.
Okay, that's fine.
Natsu, you're up, and at the start of your turn, you'll take 6 points of slashing damage from the blades that are on this guy.
Very unusual. Right.
I love it's so clinical, but it's that's strange.
Interesting.
It's peculiar how those spinning blades keep hitting me every turn.
Well, look beyond the giant robot. Yell at it, Randy. Do you have that over there, or do you need help?
To me?
Is the angel gone? I can't see the map.
No, I had the angel. I have not yet freed the angel, but I'm on it. I got it.
You sure? I mean, I can just run over there and help you if you need help.
I got it.
All right. With that, I attacked the robot twice.
Yeah.
That would be a 27 for my first attack.
That'll hit.
And a 19 for the next one, though.
That will hit. Yeah. Okay. It's an 18 is its armor.
Okay, awesome. So first attack is 9.
Okay.
Next one sucks. 6.
Okay.
I guess I'll spend a key point. And do flurry of blows. Okay, so I get 2 more attacks. So, that would be 21 and a nat 20 for 30.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll that one first. Nat 20 because it's already set up for that. So that's 19 points of damage. Oh shit! I get sneak attack too, since for one attack, right?
It would have been on one of your first ones.
Okay, so I'll roll that after everything.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 19 for the first attack, and 8 for the second attack, And then I'll roll a d6 for that.
Yeah.
The mob. Why are you not scrolling down? That's fine. Roll it over here. And extra 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And that is all I can do.
It's looking pretty beat up. Like bits of its armor is like breaking off. It's looking rough.
Nice.
Randy, take 4 points of lightning damage from these fields that are around.
I'm taking so much damage, boys.
You can hear this loud, like thudding footsteps as it's Hendrick's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna activate. Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus turn to do another blood vial boon. Take a d6 of damage, which this time was a 1, which is a lot better than the 6 I rolled last time. This time I'm gonna get the blood boon, which actually affects. It's almost like Bane on people. So when I force a creature to make a strength, dexterity, or constitution saving throw, they roll a d4 and minus it from their result. With that in mind, I'm going to pretty much rinse and repeat my last turn, and I'm going to step in, booming blade, trip attack, and step back.
Okay.
So to hit, we got a 17.
That will miss.
Yeah, I thought so. I'm not pumping a... Oh, fuck it, why not? Action surge, we'll try it again.
Oh, screw it. Do it.
And it never goes well when I do, and this time just proved me right. And I got a 14 on that roll, so...
yeah, no.
Both attacks miss. Action surge burn. I will then feel naked without my shield and move here and sort of look to see what happened to my shield.
Yeah, you see this giant magnet wrapped around this pillar, and your shield's just like adhered to that magnet there.
End of my turn. I dealt myself 1 damage.
It happens. It happens. It looks around. Let's see. It's more concerned with Lucious, I think. So it is going to swing at Lucious. That's not great. No. That's 18 will miss. Stupid dice. Rolled off of a d20 and that 20. And 17 will miss. So he will miss there. He is going to let's see. Yeah. So this section of the front plate of his armor almost like opens up, and this like spray of metal, like shards, shoot out. I need a dexterity saving throw from Lucious and Natsu.
Lucious,
I'm gonna use the advantage that I got from chat and roll that.
Okay.
I was going to say, remember, you've also got a bardic inspiration you may not have used yet.
What is the diameter?
It's a D10.
Big numbers.
Up to you.
Double digits.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 20. Does that pass or not?
Yeah, pass the 20.
Did you roll that? Well, how much did you roll for the bardic?
I did not. I'm gonna use it for an attack instead.
He's saving it up. So, I think you both passed by what I was seeing in your rolls. What did you roll? So 18, yeah. So you will take 12 points of piercing damage, each of you. 12. If you have something that, like, if you get the evasion, then don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay. Next up will be Lucious, and at the start of your turn, 1 point of slashing damage as these blades slash along you. All it's really doing is forcing you to make more con saves. You're still good. Oh, by the way, I need to make a wisdom roll. How much damage did he take on his turn from that? Because I forgot to do that ahead of time. Okay.
14.
Cool. Yeah, he's looking pretty rough. Pretty rough here.
I'm gonna bonus action mass healing word. Mass healing word. That is 10, and I'll do it on the 3 of us are near me, myself and the other 2.
Okay.
And then I'll attack him.
Hendrix, Natsu, and you, Lucious, are going to get 10 hit points.
I feel
Thank
better
you.
already.
It's pretty much all the damage I did to myself.
That will hit.
27.
Yeah.
So that gets a 20, and then that one I'll use. I get damage if I use your Bardic, right?
Yeah. You do extra thunder damage.
Actually, I'm gonna remember that. Let me see. First attack is 22 damage, and the second one's 23.
Okay. Yeah. How does it look as you dismantle the rest of this robot?
Probably the area that opened up that shot all the shrapnel and stuff. He stuck his spear in there and just started kind of hit it at the gears and stuff, and one of them just came out and started leaking and catching on fire.
All right, yeah, and as you slam your blade in and tearing this thing apart, it kind of looks around, sadly goes, "I gotta get some release," and slumps down.
Yeah, so as it goes down, I go I hope you like your donation.
All right.
So the robot said, "Thank God I got some release."
But finally, I got some release.
Oh, it's not going to like what happens next then. Okay.
I'm gonna move up with the guy.
Okay. All right. Kind of slightly out of initiative, but not jumping ahead too far. What all is everyone up to as the kind of jungle seems to fall silent, except for this loud thudding sound that seems to be getting closer?
I explain, guys. These force fields are holding Lucius Senior up. Lucius, your dad needs you to bash through these things, and I'm going to head over to the northern one and swing my bandor at it. Not as a magical effect, just going to start swinging at it, beating it down.
Can you get rid of this magnet somehow?
Yeah.
I would love to have my shield back.
Yeah, no worries. It's a shame, but I'll tell you what. Yeah, I got to get rid of it. I can't do anything with it. Yeah, done. I remove it. It's gone. I could have stayed for 8 hours. We could have an 8-hour-long magnet. The things we could have done to this.
I could have not been able to use my shield for 8 hours.
All right, I hear you. It's fine. It's fine. They're not all good plans. Not really them good plans. Okay.
Move you in Natsu, because that way that for some reason you're using your view on the stream and not the watcher view on the stream.
Wild.
It's whatever.
Go figure.
For now. But that way people can see what's going on inside.
What is the noise? What's the noise?
It's a heavy thudding.
Your
footsteps coming.
Yeah.
I'm
Can I make out what
here so that you can. Yeah, give me a perception check.
In 30 seconds, I do over 60 points of damage to this thing here.
Crap. I rolled a 16.
16. I mean, it's dense foliage, but you kind of see this like coming closer and kind of working their way through trees. You see this huge figure. It's almost as this weird, like glowing, ethereal image, almost like a holographic sort of image. But yet you can see like the trees and things start moving out of its way as this huge creature stomps its way in. Oh, what's that? There we go.
So, guys, whatever you're doing, you'll need to hurry up. There is some kind of glowy, maybe angelic, maybe demonic. We do not know. It is coming closer to us.
I cast Shatter. On this one.
I bonus action telekinesis my shield back to my arm. Some Captain America shit. And I'm like, I didn't know I could do that. And then I turn around.
All right. You hear this booming voice. What is going on in my temple? From outside. So, Nancy, you see this large, almost like spectral figure in like a long like robes covering this. It'd be like a gigantic form of a being as it walks forward. And on the robe, on the center, there is like this circular image of like a tree that's within like a sun. And it's walking in a little closer, like staring down at you in the doorway and seeing this robot dead, or at least like lifeless there on the ground. Intruders, what are you doing?
Can I determine if this is Merrshaulk or not?
Sure. What would you like to use to determine whether this is Merrshaulk
perception?
or not? Sure.
$18.
I mean, you've never really seen anything or heard exact descriptions, but I mean, there's a few things here. You notice the sun and the tree symbol, which your group, anyways, maybe not so much you have encountered places. You see this gigantic figure, and you see on top of his head what looks like this dark crown with like almost like thorny outcroppings sticking up in various areas, which perhaps fits a similar description to the crown of sorrow. Just lost my second monitor. How freaking odd. Sucks.
Oh, great Merrshaulk. We are here. We are new worshippers. We are finding out that your old followers and whatnot was corrupt and deceived you. We are the new followers that will replace them, as we are bound to you, as we honor you with gifts and belongings and whatnot.
I nearly got it.
All right, I'll try and distract the guy outside.
And I continue saying stuff louder and whatnot. And
These
kind of repeating.
bloody force field generators are the worst. Who holds a prisoner up doing one of these? Useless.
I'm going to try one of these illusion cards. Bear with me a moment.
I'm duck.
1 second. Let me see.
I will pull a random card from my deck of illusion and throw it at the doorway.
I will pull out a holy hand grenade and hold it ready.
So I've got the deck open. I don't know how it wants me to decide which one it is because there's 34 in the deck. But I've got a D34 on the go. If you want me to just roll that and tell you what I get and count down.
Sure, why not? Yeah, why not?
Okay, I rolled a 16. If I count downwards from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3,
Are we on like
5,
free action
6.
right now?
No, we're slowing down right quick here.
Okay. I was thinking about doing something.
We're getting to a place where
I'll pull out 2 of diamonds.
Oh
Not
no!
too big.
Which means a kobold appears on the card. And there's a tiny kobold in the doorway now.
That'll fix it.
Yep.
Did
so many
look!
things.
One of our gifts that we give to you.
All right. He looks in and gestures, and this area here in the middle. Let me see what this is described as. There's like a whirl of energy and like arcane like force is swirling around in this area, in the central area. So anyone within that cube, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, I've got this. I don't got this.
Well, luckily, you get to have things, right? So
yeah.
Right.
15. Is this a breath attack?
No, it's just like he gestured, and this area around this in this square fills up with this arcane force of energy that's slashing and sliding through, like kind of pummeling into you guys.
Oh,
I use my boarding.
Is there any there's no rerolls in chat, damn it.
Are they all used up except for me?
I assume so. I haven't.
I've got a couple. So anyone within that cube, it sounds like we got one fail. What else? We got
I got a
17.
15.
We got a 15 and 11. All right, it's 47 points of damage to those within that cube.
what kind of damage is it?
What happens if you pass?
It's gonna count as like a bludgeoning damage because it's just like an arcane like ability thing. If you passed, you would take half damage.
Right.
So that would be 23.
Can I, as a reaction to that, do something?
Sure.
I'd like to tap the gem on my pendant and become ethereal.
Okay.
Okay, fine. That gives me resistance against bludgeoning damage.
Okay, sounds good.
So half of 47 is 23. It's not great, but it's much better than 47.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Why do you hate us so much, TM?
This is the god of the island that is displeased with you. It's gonna hurt.
Is it a cube?
It comes in as a cube and then it just basically dissipates
out. Okay, fine. Fine.
Ow.
Ow. Have I managed to open up these? Have I broken these two protectors? I've done about 80 points of damage now to both of them.
Yes, those two would be shattered, and the field around Lucious looks quite a bit diminished there.
Okay. I shout to the other three, I'll get Lucious out of here. You guys get out. We'll meet back at the village. And I don't even shout that. I'm going to do that telepathically.
Okay.
Okay. And I will fly. I will grab hold of Lucius Senior and I will dimension door out the back of the temple.
Okay. Get rid of this.
Do we all still look like the snake people, by the way?
Still look like snake people, yeah.
So yes, yeah. You do indeed.
They're running.
We backdoor boogie and we're getting out of here. Okay.
If we can take action, I'll grab Hendrix and I'll catch that mansion door as well.
Well, are you leaving the guy who can't fly?
He's super fast, though, remember?
It is nice to know you, all and powerful God, but I have to go now.
Do you take the time to pick up the tiny little lizard by your side?
Oh, the kobold?
Yeah.
It's an illusion, so he can try to, but it just grab through air.
For my parting words here, there is your gift. I see you later. Bye now. And I run. I hop.
Feline agility.
Okay, well, fuck. I want to know how fast I freaking run now. Shit. So I use.
Pop an Adderall.
My action. Double my speed for movement, so that's 75 times 2. Plus, 150. I use my bonus action. I can just spend a bonus action now because I'm a rogue to do another 75.
225.
So you get extra if you use your feline agility?
Yeah, but if he does that, he can't move at all after 6 seconds.
Oh, really?
It just doesn't. No, it just doesn't recoup until you reach.
Yeah, it just doesn't recoup. Yeah. So wait. So I move normally at 75 movement right now.
Okay.
So that's just normal. So if I use an action, that doubles it, right? So what's that?
150.
150. Then for my bonus action, because I'm a rogue, I can dash.
Yeah.
So that's another, 75?
225?
225.
Yeah.
And then when you move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed until the end of your turn. So feline agility.
450.
450.
All right.
Breaks the sound barrier and rips the skin off of his bones.
Does a 26 hit you, Natsu?
Does a 26 hit me? Unfortunately, I cannot blow anything for that. Yes.
Silvery Bobs.
Blowing things, but.
Can I Silvery Bobs that on my way out? I go, nope.
22?
22. Oh, as a reaction, I spend a key point to bump that up to 23.
Okay, I'm going to get one of my GM advantages and see if that works then. Yeah.
Do it. So gammy and cheesy.
That is a 23.
No, but
hits.
at the end of my turn, Not
the end of your turn yet.
So I still have a. Oh yeah, well that's right, 23.
You ran right past him.
They're mine.
Standing there.
Okay.
So, you will take 17 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Okay.
So you do not get that far.
Holding you up, seeing a blur of 2 legs.
It's just.
He just uses you to shave for a moment. That's good.
Okay, so.
All these guys are gone.
We've gone. We thought you were with us.
By the way, I actually made a mistake, so I can't dimension door, so we're still there. So I had used my 4th level spell.
No. Go ahead and get out of here.
Well, he already used it, so he doesn't have the spell to use yet.
Okay.
So you guys are still there. Yes.
So this is my question. Is it my turn?
I mean, you.
Yes.
At least this would be rolling it back because you threw in all these things before I can make my attacks. This would be you trying to get away.
Okay, because
so then you were grappled, so you'd still have your action and stuff if you wanted to.
Okay, so I'm grappled, right?
Yep.
Okay, I spend a charge in my special tattoo that makes me incorporeal. I cannot be grappled or restrained.
Okay. Okay. So now you're free, but that kind of burnt at least the start of your movement.
Yep.
Was stopped, but you still could do like your dash and stuff if you wanted to.
Yeah, then I burn everything else. Just subtract 75 from one of those. So.
Okay.
Well, subtract 150 from the 450 total, so you go 300 total.
Yeah,
just a little bit. From wherever.
They're still gone. There's still these 2 in the temple.
I do have to put Natsu on the map though, so that the watchers can see it because Dave screws up. But let's see if
I did not screw up. I did exactly what this retarded program did.
Can't use that word.
Yeah, sorry. It says watch your camera. So.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Everyone else, watch your screen.
I don't know. Whatever. Either way, that was Natsu's turn.
Take the turn.
Going to need, yes, I need to see who's next. Randy had left. Natsu went. But yeah, Hendrix and Lucious are up, like together-ish, sort of.
Oh, you can go first, Hendrix.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Fuck this shit, I'm out. And activate my winged boots and go for the furthest window, I guess.
Okay. You fly off.
Everyone else is just dipping.
It seemed like the play.
I'm gonna spend 6 sorcery points to get my 4th level slot back. Okay. Then I'll run to Natsu and I'll use subtle spell to do dimension door.
Well, Natsu's already gone. Natsu left. I just had to put him on the map so that.
He left.
Watchers. Yeah,
okay,
he left.
My bad. Well, I thought he was still caught. If not, then I would grab Hendrix and then dimension door out. Then I just had to get the slot back.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
If I know he's going to do that before I fly away, I'll just do that instead.
Yeah,
I just thought he was still caught, so that's why I was trying to get him out.
No, I turned ghost and I bounced.
So 4 of us will pop out at the same place-ish.
Generally, yeah. Ish.
And one of us is going to come burning the jungle on fire with his feet as he runs.
As he runs out.
Fred Flintstone style.
Technically, I could go from tree to tree because I can run on any kind of surface and whatnot. So.
All right. Well, then that's what's happening. It's fine. I love that too. That's fine. It's fine. I guess when we see each other and we're like, so run. I'm flying. I look at Big L and I'm like, sir, can you fly?
Pretty weak at the moment. I don't think so.
Okay. Do you need to breathe?
Generally, that's,
Hold your breath for 10 minutes, and I'm going to stuff him into my bag of holding.
Just so I can get a visualization, how tall and big is Daddy Lucious with his wingspan? How tiny is Randy?
About 12.
Forcing this bag.
Yeah. You have a moment of me running. Actually, no, I'm in ethereal form. So I just fly up and I just take this bag of holding. I just shove it over his head and just keep going down, just dunking on this guy as I come through. And I go, we got, I think, about 5 minutes before he runs out of breath. Let's go. And I'm going to fly off to the village.
The village.
So are we all going together basically?
That's up to you guys how you're planning on.
How fast can you fly?
60 foot.
Oh, that's normal speed for me.
Okay,
well,
we
then
established
you
you
can
can
keep
run
pace.
fast.
Yeah. So I'll just I know, right?
I can pick up Hendrik.
Dude,
I mean
look
Randy
at
on
this
my
guy
way.
with his fast feet. Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah.
So rude.
So we are attempting to kill the village now, right? Because if we run to the village, it's going to bring the big god thing with us. And he's already...
I mean, he doesn't know where we are. He can't track us. We're in the air. Well, I mean, you're not, but we are.
Yeah, you're leaving tracks, but other than that,
Yeah. And I mean, he's not going to venture out his temple just to go to the village to get his vengeance. He's a god. He's got other shit going on. But we can't stay at the village. We need to move on to somewhere else.
That's what I was thinking. We should not go to the village.
As I'm flying along, I'm going to poke my head into the bag of holding and chat to him real quick. Not really looking where I'm flying. Do you know where the rest of your crew is?
Speaking of, as you guys are flying along, can I get let's do wisdom saving throws from everyone.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
I got it too.
All right.
I got an 8.
18.
Okay. 18. Okay. Well, can everyone take? That was a really bad roll. 3 points of psychic damage as it's like these bursts of energy kind of explode around you, assailing your mind with these kind of like torment and pain as you're moving through. No idea where they are. What's going on out there?
Being attacked by someone with psychic bolts. Is this your big man who caught you?
Probably.
Well, I think he's keeping pace with us, which is not great.
He is the island, so probably.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, say that again. He's the island?
Yeah.
He probably knows where we are on this island, so let's not be on the island.
Or we face him and... No, that's no good.
No,
we came all the... We can't just leave this island. Can we?
We might want to leave for now, then we could come back later.
We can always return.
We're not going to be able to leave. We've got him here. We're not going to be able to get through with Lucious in my bag.
Do we know that's a thing?
We know for a fact that's a thing. That's what the angels told us, that they couldn't get in or out.
Did they have bags of holding and wanted to hold their breath? We should have tested it above. Swinging people through in the bag of holding.
Technically, it is a demi-plane of its own device. So technically, it's not actually gone through. So technically, that would work.
Technically, it's coming on here.
Technically.
Shall we find somewhere safe we can hold up, have a little rest, have a chat with Lucious outside the bag?
Yeah, let's do that.
If he's the island, should we get off the island?
Yeah. So up.
Then I point towards the cliff face and say, well, we can go past there.
Done. Let's go.
And I guess we fly towards the nearest cliff face coastline platoon drop and keep going out a bit, I guess.
Yeah, just
down.
Does he follow?
It's hard to see. Like the sound of him walking is a slow, steady pace that's behind you guys, and you seem to be outpacing him. but it still seems like it is sure and true and heading in the direction that you guys are at.
How much time do you think we have?
Give me some sort of intelligence roll, someone.
Please make me do an intelligence roll.
Hey, you all suck at doing intelligence.
I was gonna say,
I think you're the smartest one out of all of them, Randy.
That's terrifying.
You went to school.
I rolled a 2 and it went down to a -1.
I did an intelligence save, which is the same as an intelligence check. It's still +0. I rolled an 18.
See.
I rolled a 6.
18 was a good roll, honestly, given
the situation, and here we are.
I just rolled a nat 20 on my intelligence.
Oh, there you go. All right. Yeah, between Randy and Natsu, able to kind of like do calculations in the air as you're going. You're outpacing him, so if you kept moving, you probably, as long as he doesn't have any sort of ability to teleport or cause any other issues, will be able to keep ahead of him. If you start to tire or have to slow down for any reason, he'll catch up to you fairly quickly. But depending on how long you keep going, the longer he's probably moving about half your speed.
Okay.
And does it look like he's following us off the plateau? Or are we not over that yet?
I mean, you guys are more towards the central part of the island at the moment. So depending, that's the next question is you're probably closest to the western edge. That would be probably circling back around a little bit to go past him in some way, or you can head south, which is, somewhat towards the village that you guys were in before, which I think was your initial trajectory. So you can kind of like head southwest sort of thing and try to get to that edge, try to avoid him.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm sure we would have gone the opposite way to him as soon as he arrived. And if that would have been south back to the village, that would have made sense, especially assuming we all said we'd meet back there if we got split up.
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, and I mean, you guys can definitely skirt or like avoid the village altogether, given like your runs and moving faster, you can cut back around a little bit. So, yeah, you're able to like head out. So I guess it just depends on where you end up deciding you want to run to from there. As you get closer, you do see that this energy field kind of comes up to like the edge of the island, the very like cliff edge of this island, and kind of stalls out like right there around the edge of it. Like it's a field that protects anyone from coming on or off, like right around that very edge of the island. And as you approach and see that, I think that is a good place for us to take the end of our session here and come back in 2 weeks and let you guys decide how you'd like to respond to that, since it is getting close to the end and don't want to jump into anything too crazy as you reach that point. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, amazing players, for jumping into this and dealing with the craziness of this.
Thanks for putting up with us.
I love it because I come up with scenarios in my mind and then I'm like, that's not how it goes. Okay, but I just let things play out, and I love seeing the chaos. It's a lot of fun. We'll come back in 2 weeks for this game. We'll see what happens with Daddy Lucious, with Merrshaulk, who's pursuing with this force field that is kind of blocking their pathway. At some point, we'll also have to figure out, like, before you get to the edge, even to test anything, Daddy Lucious is going to need some air. So yeah, watchers, if you're enjoying this, we would appreciate you, just letting other people know, saying hi, in comments and in chat is awesome. If you watch this on YouTube, tell friends about this game, any of our other games. Dave and I are working on a game system, and we are enjoying it so far. We are playtesting it on Wednesday nights, American time, 5 p.m. Pacific. If you're interested in that, check that out. I also put up a video Friday about just a little bit how we work our classes and how that works differently than other game systems, as far as I know, but like how we've gone about that approach. And I will be releasing more in time to kind of go into more details. They are shorter, like not super deep dives, just kind of conceptually to let people like get an idea of what it's like. And as we develop more and as we hopefully get closer to a finalized product, we'll probably be putting some more like mechanical deep dives in there. But I think a good start are these like light-hearted games there, little segments of how things work. Yep. Anything else, Dave, we need to go over?
No. Other than we're going to be doing those mechanic videos. I'm planning on doing world setting videos as well of Astroplex itself, and kind of giving you the overall feel of the actual city and the insanity of it. I mean, it is a city of 500 million people, I think. So yeah, it is a massive city of doom. I wanted 1 billion people, but Bill and me disagreed on that, so now it's 500 million. So, but yeah, it is a 5-mile spire that goes straight up and goes straight down to, and then just spans out the entire. Yeah, it's imagine basically Cyberpunk meets Batman Beyond the TV series is kind of the vibe of the overall feeling of the setting, as well as our system too. So yeah, that will be every other Wednesday night. Tune in for that if you can.
Yep, same week as this game.
Yeah, so. Yeah, and the videos themselves will be. We'll just put them out. Just so we'll try to let y'all know ahead of time and stuff like that when we put them out. But then next week we just kind of push the restart button and start all over again with Age of Regression on Friday. So, and I think that's about it for now. Wish we had more videos. Wish we had more time to run games. But here soon, hopefully, we'll start picking up the pace and start, especially when we get beyond the playtest, because we want to do a fantasy version of our system. So that is a possibility. So as another game.
Yep. So thank you to you guys who are watching. Thank you to our amazing patrons that help, just support some of the various tools that we use to like stream, to run games, the things that we use. I mean, really, none of us make any money, but it limits how much I spend on everything that we do. So we do appreciate that to all of them. We do put up maps from time to time for them. You can check out our Patreon. You can also purchase, at least the Arcosian map is up for sale if you would like to just purchase the one-time thing off of Patreon. It does have they've added a feature that you can buy it straight off there. Yeah. So that should hopefully all work. And
we also have a donate button too. If you just feel like throwing $1, whatever to us to help with this production and the cost of everything, we have a donate button at the bottom. But yeah, the best bang for your buck is to go to our Patreon and throw money there, and then you'll get some of our stuff that we actually use on our streams and stuff. So, yeah. All right. I guess we're ready to say so long and see you next time.
Yeah. Unless anyone else has.
Peace out, people.
See you guys 2 weeks. Looking forward to it.
Bye.